Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your love snapshot for July 2017. Thank you so much for joining us here today and welcome to any newcomers. If you don't know what the love snapshots are, because they're a relatively new thing I'm doing, they are short, three-card only glimpses of the path of love and romance for, well, whatever month it is. This month it's going to be July 2017. They are oriented for both those who are coupled in committed or exclusive relationships, and also for those who are single and dating, or single and thinking about getting back into the dating scene, for those of you who have been out of it for a bit. So if you're not looking for love and relationship readings, just stick with the beginning of the month and the mid-month general readings. These are still general readings, so make sure to check your rising and your moon sign videos as well. You may find that one of them plays out a little more predictively for you in love and romance for July 2017, or that the other two may just give you additional bits of insight and clarification into what's going on in your life for love and romance for July 2017. Because there's many of you watching, and of course they're not going to mean the same things to the same degree for everyone watching. Thank you always. Thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes, all your support, all your feedback, and all your comments. You guys are brilliant. Keep it up. Thank you so very much. And a general thank you for those of you who continue to keep me so busy and reaching out for personal one-on-one readings, which is an honor and a blessing to be able to do for you. So thank you to those of you who do. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage for more information and my email address, which is Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. Turnaround time for personal readings is pretty quick, as I do readings full-time 6 days a week, so I'm usually able to get back with you and schedule a reading almost always within a 2-week period of time. I do a wide variety of readings. So if you're interested, email me and we'll go from there. So this reading is for the air sign of Gemini for July 2017. Let us see what is in store for the air sign of Gemini, the twins, for July 2017 on the path of love and romance. Gemini, love snapshot for July 2017, 3 cards. The air sign of Gemini, Gemini the twins, love snapshot for July 2017, 3 cards. Gemini, love. Okay, Gemini, we have the Tower, the Empress, and the High Priestess. Here, the second sign, maybe the third, that all 3 cards have been major arcana cards. So major arcana cards are energies of God, Spirit, your angels, and guides, energies of Spirit. So significant, profound month, potentially could be potentially the presence of major arcana card represents that in whatever area we're addressing, and this one is love and romance, there could be potentially significant life shifts and changes for you, the potential for it or the opportunity for it. Sometimes it's going to happen no matter what, as with the energy of the Tower card. We have no control over this energy coming in, but of course we do have decisions. It's a free will zone. We're given free will to make our own decisions on how we choose to deal with things. So we'll start with the Tower card. I know a lot of people clench up when they see the Tower card. A lot of people find it a little nerve-wracking or scary because they associate it with often the destruction or removal or major shakeup of something that they're usually attached to, that they think is stable, but sometimes turns out not to be so stable. It can represent a life-changing event in a very positive way as well. It's all positive in the end anyway, because even if it does represent the challenging and sometimes painful destruction or removal of something, it's because it wasn't really stable and it needs to go, so something truly solid, stable, and beautiful can be rebuilt in its place. That's the key to understanding and utilizing the energies of cards like the Tower card is, and I'm getting this go with it as well, is even if it represents something difficult, even if it represents changes in your life which are difficult or even painful, they are meant to be. So try to go with it as much as possible and not resist it, which will make it a little shorter and a little easier to work its way through. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. It could also be something that just really challenges a belief system you have in a really fundamental way, but it always represents changes which need to happen. And sometimes if the Tower card represents the shaking up or destruction or removal of something in your life that needs to go because it absolutely was not meant to be part of your karmic path any longer, we've usually been given opportunities to make decisions about that or changes about that, but have been reluctant or resistant to do so. And at a certain point, universe energy comes in and kind of does it for us. So it looks like, Gemini, for a lot of you, there will be a major significant event. For some of you, this is going to be a specific event. It could be the shaking up or challenging of a belief system you have about love and romance, about relationships in general. Let's just move through the rest of the cards, and then we'll discuss how it affects couples and singles. So next to the Tower, we have the Empress, which is about new beginnings, which fits after the Tower because the Tower is often about endings or major, major changes and transformations. The Empress is about new beginnings. It's about the time being right for new beginnings, fertility. Now, for some of you, this could be literal, actual fertility. For some of you, this Tower card, this unexpected, life-changing energy, this event which happens could be conceiving, finding out you're pregnant, or even giving birth in the month of July 2017, which is certainly a life-changing, significant event in a happy way. For some of you, it may be unexpected. Maybe you don't view it in quite the same happy way, but it's there nonetheless. The Empress represents new beginnings, the time being right to plant new seeds. Fertility represents that the ground is right, the season is right to plant new seeds. And if you take care of those new seeds and nurture them and foster them, then they will grow and manifest into their full, beautiful potential. So the Empress represents that it's time for new beginnings. It's time to make plans, to plant the seeds for something new to grow. And then the third and final card is the High Priestess, significant, profound card here. This is a card of deep spirituality because the High Priestess is a deeply spiritual individual. As a specific individual, it could represent, for some of you, it could represent a specific individual. And also the Empress is the traditional Earth Mother of the Tarot, so as a sideline, it can represent a mother or a maternal figure as well. So the High Priestess is about spirituality. It's about connecting with your intuition and allowing your gut instinct, your intuition to guide you, even if your head is telling you something different or your heart is telling you something different. Our intuition is that cable, that channel through which we receive messages. So really pay attention in the month of July 2017, particularly around anything regards to love and romance. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to any flashes of intuition or insight or bits of clarity that you get, because it's usually a message trying to come through. It's a question of trusting, particularly those of you that will be experiencing major changes. The High Priestess is also advice to trust that everything that's playing out is happening for a reason. It's happening for a certain reason, and the right timing and orchestration. Even if you can't see how the path plays out, things, I keep going, go with it. Whatever changes are happening this month are meant to happen. So try to embrace them to the best of your ability. So for those of you who are coupled, major changes, again, I am getting literal fertility. Some of you are finding out you're pregnant or giving birth this month. Total life-changing event. Some of you are becoming mothers or fathers for the first time or even the second or third time. Still significant. For some of you may be finding out you're pregnant and it's an unexpected sort of event, and how you view this may vary, of course, depending on who you are, but meant to be divine timing orchestration at play here, trusting that. If there's something major going on, for those of you who are coupled, if there's, the Tower card could also potentially represent a breakup or a relationship coming to an end. And for those of you for whom that is occurring, I know that can be a difficult, challenging, and sometimes even very painful event. But for those of you for whom that is happening in July 2017, trust that this is happening for a reason. It is time for new beginnings. It is time for something different, beautiful. And if it was something that was broken, like trust, then it's time for something else to be rebuilt in its place. Some of you as a couple together, this may not be issues of breaking up at all. For those of you who are coupled, it may be that you're together are facing some kind of significant, life-changing, potentially life-changing event in the month of July 2017. Again, this is divine timing orchestration at play, and it represents beautiful new beginnings, so kind of go with it as much as possible. For those of you who are single and dating, there could be some major issues around a mother or a mother figure as well, which may interrupt your dating process, or maybe even a brand new relationship I'm getting for some of you. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm tempted. I want to pull one more card. Six of Swords. Six of Swords is peace, healing, restoration. This is moving away from a troubled, turbulent, chaotic, challenging, even painful time, and into a place that's calm, peaceful, more serene. So again, whatever this event is that's occurring, because the specifics, depending on which Gemini you are going to play out differently, but the energy fundamentally remains the same. It's meant to be, it's meant to happen, it's time for new beginnings, and the end result, the energy of the Six of Swords is transitional, meaning that it's fluid energy. You're moving away from perhaps something difficult, something that's no longer meant to be part of your karmic path. You haven't quite reached the other shore yet where everything's settled and in its place, but you're moving towards that. The purposes of this happening is for you to achieve new beginnings and to move towards and eventually reach a place of stability, peace, and harmony. Again, how that plays out specifically is going to vary, and I can't see it all. Some of you who are single or dating are maybe finding out that you're pregnant this month as well. That's interesting. For somebody, or maybe a small group of someone's, I'm getting that there's some kind of trouble or interruption in a relationship, or an attempt to break up a relationship because of maternal disapproval, which is kind of interesting. Again, the specifics are going to vary. There's profound changes potentially going on in July 2017 for couples and singles together. The one very strong fundamental thread is that it's supposed to be happening. It's happening at the right time for certain reasons, even if for some of you it's not clear why, or even if it's a very challenging or painful arena. It's time for new beginnings. And I feel like the seeds of these new beginnings are happening right almost at the same time, or right directly following it as well. The High Priestess is asking you to trust in that. If any of this involves any decision making or choices you need to make too, the High Priestess is there to tell you that what you need to allow to guide you to be kind of the fundamental thing that you base your choice on is your intuition. Ask for help from God, your spirit, your angels and guides. And again, pay strong attention to your dreams, any flashes of insight, clarity, visions you might have. Anything that comes up during meditation, for those of you that meditate as well. The whole purpose of this is to put you in a place where you're moving towards a more peaceful, stable, serene place for those of you who are single and those of you who are coupled as well. Be interesting to get feedback on this reading because it's somewhat cloudy for me still right now. So Gemini, that pretty much sums up your love snapshot for July 2017. I hope that it at least hasn't been too confusing for you. I hope that it's brought some insight and clarification, even if nothing more than perhaps a deeper understanding of some of the major arcana cards. I will see you all again in about a week for the mid-month general readings. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal, specifically tailored just for you reading, and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the About or Description button on my YouTube channel's homepage and email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be most happy to work with you. I will see you all again soon, and until then, as always, Gemini, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, love, and a happy life. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.